nature. Hello, my loves. We are in a very special place of mine that I really love, in nature. I'm here with my baby doggy, and we're just having an amazing time. And I had this message in my heart that I wanted to share with you. Also, it's a full moon in Leo tonight, the first full moon of the year, and we are feeling the energy, we are feeling the vibes, we are feeling the activation, the wanting to express and expand and shine brightly and unapologetically like the Leo itself. For all my Leos out there, I'm sending you all so much love. So let's get comfy and comfortable and let's get to it. So I feel like kind of really fun right now, so I'm gonna be moving my body and enjoying myself as I share this message. Also, let me know if you can hear me because I'm outside and I'm using these things, so let me know if you can hear me. And yeah, my love, so years ago when I started my business, actually I thought I had a business until I realized that I didn't really have a business. I had these gifts and these abilities that I wanted to offer the world and share as services, but I wasn't talking about them. I wasn't sharing anything about them whatsoever. So of course people couldn't see me. And I created my website, and it took me so long, and I rebuilt it again and again and again, and I did all these things on the back end. And it got like, I had so much work creating all of that. Also kind of Capricorn style, you know, like working really hard, super committed and consistent, and slow and steady climbing up the mountain. And I was doing all these things at the back end until I realized that, imagine it's like having a store with all of these goodies, all of these services, all of these amazing products, but no one knows about it. So no one buys it because no one knows where the store is. No one knows what you're selling. So no one finds you because no one knows about it. And there are no avenues for people to find it, right? Like the streets are closed, like people cannot find a way there. So that is why today, and especially with this full moon in Leo, it's so relevant to talk about this. I want to talk about visibility. Because for us to be embodied in our mission, in our power, sharing our services and our gifts and our abilities and our products with others, we need to be seen. We need to be seen and felt. And people need to have ways to find us. What's the point of having an amazing store with all these amazing products and services if no one knows about it and no one can find it? So let's talk about it. And here we go into the topic of social media. This is why social media is so important and magical nowadays in the Aquarius age, where it's all about technology. And social media is one of the main ways we communicate and meet each other and connect right now on Earth. This is how we meet each other. Most of us don't meet in person, at least for a while. We meet through our Instagrams and our Facebooks and our TikToks and our YouTube channels and all of that. This is how we find each other. So it's important that we are visible on social media. To share our services and our offerings and our products with others, we need to be seen in social media. So what else do I want to talk about? My business actually starting to really become a business when I started taking it seriously. When I realized that, like, just having a very good intention and having these multidimensional gifts and abilities and wanting to serve others is not enough. I actually do need to do a few things to be seen and for my clients and the people who I'm here to serve to find me, right? So only when I started doing that, instead of like I don't know, working on the back end or creating more courses or products or service offerings, but then not sharing about it, not selling it, not posting about it. Nothing was kind of happening. A few people that already knew me sometimes would ask like for my light language activations or my light language arts, or for an oracle card reading, or for a quantum energy session. But that was kind of it. There wasn't that much traffic because I wasn't creating avenues for that to happen, right? So when I realized that, okay, I'm in this 3D world, and in this 3D world, this is how things operate and this is how things are, and I have the blessing to have social media as a way to create avenues and roads between me and the people I'm here to serve and bless and activate, then let me use that. Let me learn how to master that so that I can be of greater service for myself and for others. Because again, what's the point of having all these gifts and all these amazing services if no one is buying, if you're not helping anyone with it? What's the point? It's just wasted potential. It's just wasted love. So let's put that love and that potential, those gifts, those services into good use by becoming visible and known on social media and by creating avenues for people to find us. So when I started focusing more on this, clients started finding me. And I keep saying this, but I don't like the word clients. It seems too distant and like impersonal and like, oh, it's a client. No, like my brothers and sisters, like the tribe that finds me for my services. Because again, there's no hierarchy or pedestal in here. We're all serving each other in our own unique way. Even if we have similar businesses, we serve people differently just because of who we are. And I will touch on that later in this life. But for now, only when I started sharing about what I'm offering and what I do, people started reaching out to me and booking sessions and booking my services. And this is when my life started changing, because this is also when I realized, like, whoa, actually my services and my art and the things that I offer really make a difference in people's lives. Like, people are transforming and getting activated in ways that I honestly didn't even think were possible, you know? Like, I knew that my gifts were powerful just like anyone else's, and I knew I had these abilities and these things to offer, but I only started realizing the true impact that they had on other people's lives when I started sharing about my services and my gifts, and I started being more visible and present online. And I know, like, a lot of spiritual people and conscious entrepreneurs and conscious leaders and stuff like that don't really love like selling, because it can seem manipulative or weird or forceful, or like you're trying to enforce something on someone else, or it just feels really uncomfortable for you to sell. But think about it this way. What's the point of having a store if no one knows about it? So you need to tell people that you have this store, that there are all these amazing products in there, right? Just like you would do if you had a physical, normal crystal shop or something like that, right? So this is something that I'm really passionate about. Like, when I started figuring these things out, my business also started shifting. And as my energy shifts, my business shifted, because as I usually say, like, I am my business and my business is me. You are your business and your business is you. Your business is literally an extension of your own energy. It's not something separate or outside of you. Your business is literally an extension of your own energy. And so for that, we need, in our own energy fields, in our bodies, to become visible, to become seen, to become felt, to become heard, so that our people can find us. And also, our service offerings need to be seen and shared so that people can find them and benefit from them. Because again, what's the point of having all these gifts and all these amazing services if no one knows about them and no one is benefiting from them? So instead of looking at selling as something cringy or uncomfortable, it's literally like the most normal thing where you're just there in your energy, in your embodiment of who you are and what you're here to bring and offer the world in your mission, and you're just sharing about it. It's literally the most natural, normal thing in the world. It's completely normal. And when I started seeing this shift in my energy and in my business, my business also started shifting. And I started becoming really passionate about helping people really leverage and expand and build and monetize and scale their spiritual conscious business. Because your business is totally about you, because your business is your embodiment. Your business is your mission, and your mission is your embodiment. So how embodied are you in your mission, in your vision, in your power, in your legacy? Your business is a reflection of that. And I'm here to activate everyone into their mission. And our mission is not supposed to be something super difficult or hard to find. It's who you are. It's who I am. It's as natural as figuring out who we are, what we are good at, what we love doing, and serving people in that, through that. It's actually super normal and natural when we realize this. So I started offering this service to help other creators and healers and facilitators and space holders and activators to build their mission brand, their mission businesses, especially through social media, because I know how impactful that has been in my life and how impactful it can be for the lives of others. And now I want to talk about the second piece of this live that I wanted to share, which is there can be a trillion spiritual coaches out there, but each one of us is going to be unique, because literally no one is like me and literally no one is like you. And yes, literally we are all the same. We all feel the same emotions and feelings, and we all experience similar thoughts. We are all alive on earth right now, so our experience can be very different but also very similar, because we are all humans. But at the same time, there's literally no one like you, and there's literally no one like me. And therefore, there is no comparison and there's no competition. And I feel this is kind of irrelevant to even share with conscious and spiritually awake people. Like, obviously there is no competition, but sometimes we can know this but still feel this in our body. We can still feel these programs and these patterns show up from our ancestry or from whatever things in our bodies or in our subconscious mind. And so it's important for us to remember that even if there are 10 of us who are massage therapists, we are all gonna do our massage in a specific, unique way. Even if there are 100 of us who are spiritual business coaches, we are all gonna teach and share and embody a different frequency. And people will resonate with each one of us uniquely. And again, it's not that people just resonate with my business or your business. They resonate with you. They resonate with me because of my unique energy, because of your unique energy. So there is no comparison and there is no competition, and there is more than enough to go around. Sometimes we have these limiting thoughts like, oh, there's so many people doing it already. Why should I do it also? Is it gonna work for me? Like, there's already so many people doing it. Or like scarcity about money, or like visibility, or like social media followers. Like, there's enough to go around for each one of us. There's more than enough to go around. And again, there's no comparison and there is no competition. There is frequency and resonance. And we attract each other by our frequency and our resonance. And our frequency and our resonance are seen and felt when we show up in our message, in our embodiment. Because it's not like I'm meditating and not posting and not doing anything and you're gonna feel my energy and know who I am. No, it's both. It's, yeah, meditating and working on our own unique energy when we are alone and no one is seeing us, but it's also about showing up and being seen and felt. This is how people find us. This is how people feel us. And each one of us, and this is so obvious and so obvious and basic, but sometimes I feel like it's important for us to remember it. Literally, each one of us is here to activate specific people in specific times, in specific ways. Again, this is why there's no comparison or competition. We're all here to serve specific groups of people. We are assigned to each other. We are assigned to each other in a higher way. It's like you can talk about soul contracts, or you can talk about however you want to see it as or perceive it as, but each one of us has a group of people we are meant to serve. Each one of us has a unique community that we are meant to activate. And again, even if, like, for example, even if I have 5 spiritual business coaches, they will all teach me different things. Even if they kind of say the same thing, even then, they will share it in a different resonance, in a different frequency, in a different embodiment. And so we can benefit from all of us in our own unique way, in our own unique expression. It's not supposed to be hard to build our business or to find our mission. It's as easy and as natural as being ourselves. This is so full moon in Leo vibes. Like, you can't make that shit up. This is such an important message. This is so relevant. There's nothing you need to, like, well, yes, we are always becoming more of who we already are, but we don't need to become anything different. We just need to become more of who we already are, more of us. This is what our business and our mission is calling from us, is asking from us. And the more we step into our greatness, into our visibility, into our embodiment, and allow people to feel us and to see us, the more we can serve. And the more we serve, the more we get activated. And the more activated we are, the more ability and capacity we have to serve. And it goes in this dance, in this energetic dance, which is the more I work on myself, the more I'm able to serve others. And the more I serve others, the more I upgrade myself. It's an energetic dance that is always playing out. The more embodied I am in my energy, the more embodied I am in my business, the more I activate others, the more I activate myself. And the more I am activated, the more I'm able to activate others. It goes hand in hand. And I feel we all know this intuitively, but we need to remember. And not just remember in our minds, we need to embody it. Embody it. To be it. I guess that was what I wanted to share with you today, because this was so present on my heart and on my energy, as you can feel and see. And for those of you who feel this calling, I also know how difficult it is, because I've been there, where I was creating my whole business by myself, and I had so many doubts, and I had all the challenges and all the triggers and all the fears and all the insecurities come up. And building my business has been the greatest alchemy and embodiment of my life, just like it is for you and for each one of us. Because again, it's not something external or separate from us, it's an extension of our energy. So the more I moved through those fears and those doubts and those insecurities and triggers in my business, the more embodied and activated I became in my own energy. And therefore, I was then able to serve at a much higher capacity all the clients and all the beautiful brothers and sisters that were coming to me, that were finding me through my work. And the only thing I needed to do was to push past the discomforts and to keep showing up and to keep being open to get triggered, move through that portal, and become more activated and embodied. And because I know how difficult it is to create my business by myself, my business also started shifting, completely shifting and upgrading and scaling and expanding when I started working with mentors, with other people who were already doing it as well in their own unique way. And I learned from them. I learned from their energy. I learned from their actions. I learned from their embodiment, and I learned from their strategies and what they were doing. I learned and I observed, and then it's like without thinking about it kind of at all, it just started happening within me. So as I observed and received and became activated by my mentors and my sisters who helped me and inspired me and activated me, the more those activations just appeared in my body, in my fields, and in my business, kind of naturally, to be honest. Because the more, it's like we are all riding waves, And when you find someone who is on a wave and you catch that same wave, you go with them. You go on that same flow. So for me, one of the most life-changing things that happened in my life and in my business and in my embodiment, because these are all the same things, was working with mentors, was working with people who were already either a lot ahead of me or just a little further ahead of me. And I catch and I rode that same wave that they were riding, that they were surfing. And we were surfing together, and that's when my whole business upgraded. That's when I started seeing things differently. That's when I realized how my business is, there's no business, it's me. I am the business. There's no business. I am the business. You are your business. There is no mission. I am the mission. You are the mission. And these beautiful people that activated me and reminded me, that show me these pathways of getting there, which there are many, really changed my life and my business. So I became really passionate about working with mentors, people who were, again, a little or a lot ahead of me, and working in community, where it's not just me and the mentor, but there's a whole community of people riding the same wave, riding the same momentum. This, and if you have been there, you know what I'm saying. This is the biggest shift ever, because there is there is a magic, there is a quantum symphony of all our energies together riding the same wave. And this just activates and upgrades each one of us to a whole nother level when we do it together. So this is why I joined memberships and I joined collective spaces where I wasn't just getting one-on-one coaching, but I was also getting group coaching, which completely shifted my life and my business, because other people were going through it as I was going through it. And similar things were coming up to each one of us when we moved through it together. And then we see each other super activated and alive in our business, celebrating each other because for a moment there we were riding the same wave. And still are, a few of us. And that's really beautiful and life-changing. And I don't feel we need to work on our business and our mission and our services by ourselves. We get to do this in community because we are so much more powerful and so much stronger when we are together. This is so obvious and so natural. For a long time in my life, I was alone and just working by myself. And the power of community has been life-changing for me. My favorite thing is community, is connections, is friendships. That's why I don't like to call the people that come to me clients. I don't like that word. These are my brothers and my sisters. And I'm here offering with dear reverence and honor this service to them. And in return, they are either offering another service to me or a service to their clients and the people that come to them. And that energy exchange and that momentum of all these energy exchanges is so magical and so powerful. It's not just about you, it's about all of us. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that we become more activated the more we gather in tribes, in communities. And so, that this last year and these last few months, my life is changing so much from working with other people instead of trying to do it all by myself, trying to figuring out social media, figuring out how to create a website, figuring out how to master YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and it's so much, and how to create a course and a membership and an offering and share my services and how to show up online and all of that. It's too much. At least for me, right? We all have our journeys. And if it's not too much for you, I get that. But for me, it was this is way too much. And it got to a point where it was okay, this is no longer fun. I am no longer feeling activated in my own business. I'm no longer having fun creating. So what's the point? And so many times I thought about giving up. But I couldn't. Because you cannot separate yourself from your mission. Because it's an ongoing journey that will always be happening from the moment you were born till the moment you die. You cannot separate yourself from your mission. It's just who you are. It's right there. It's right here. It's always ongoing. So more and more, I want to bring people together. This is why I've been hosting these free online ceremonies, and we have one tonight. We have our free online full moon ceremony tonight at 9 p.m. Portugal, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 1 p.m. PST. And this is why I'm doing this, because it's so important that we gather in community, that we realize that our challenges are not so unique to us. We all go through it. We all know the same emotions. It's not something that's unique. You're not alone in your pain, because we all know what uncomfortable emotions feel like and are. Because as humans, the spectrum of emotion is the same for each one of us. So we get it. And it's important that when one of us needs help, the others are there to activate and elevate them. This is what we do for each other and for ourselves. And when it's our time to receive and ask for support, we are there. And we are vulnerable and open to also ask and to also to receive. That's the whole point. We didn't come to Earth to live by ourselves and to do things by ourselves. We are meant to do this together in community. Each one of us shining our light in our own unique radiance and in our own unique way. But helping each other and doing this together. Because we are so much more powerful and so much stronger when we work together. I am loving this life. I was just like here chilling in nature, and I was like, oh, I have so much energy and I have so much to share. I cannot wait to like get back home to share this. Let me see if I can record this and if people can hear me through these headphone microphones, and let me just do this. Let me honor the excitement that I'm feeling right now. So here I am. And yeah, with all of this, I'm really passionate to help other people who have been initiated and activated into their services, into their abilities, into their gifts, to create businesses that are in service to humanity. And so I'm now offering I have now recently created a new offering which is called Embodied Spiritual Business. And I'm helping you with literally all of these things that I just shared and so much more. And helping you, coaching you one-on-one, checking your social medias, checking your energetics, checking your actions, your embodiment, like going all the way through all of it to really help you embody the vision and the mission that you are here to do, that is unique to you because it's your own unique frequency. And at the same time, this is why if you feel like you would like more support from a community, I also created this activation membership where we get to activate together, and we have weekly and monthly calls all the time, and I have daily practices that we have like from exclusive videos to really focus on our vision and our desire and our actions each day, to guided meditations and journal prompts and somatic practices and all of that. But most, like more important than all of that, is that we are doing it together, and that not only we have this living library of resources that are always being upgraded because I'm always posting more stuff in there, but we get to connect and really talk and really go deep as community each week and each month. And we can share like what other practices you want me to create, what videos you want me to talk about, what topics, what subjects. And I create this for you, with you. We do it together. This is one of my biggest passions right now. Like the activation membership is like so alive and so activated and activating for me and for everyone who is there and who is joining, because doing it together transforms everything. And if you want to go much deeper into your own unique business and you want me to have a look and be there with you, holding your hand as you move through the challenges and you literally create your legacy, your castle, and you build the structures and you show up online and you work on your energy and all of that, then Embodied Spiritual Business is for you. And I'm literally all in. And I hope you are too. I'm so passionate about this. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot more that I want to share, but maybe I will leave that for another video. I also really want to talk about money, because I know it can be either a very activating and alive and exciting subject, or it can be very triggering for some of us. So I really also want to go much deeper into that. But for now, let me just say that money is, first of all, I think we all know by now that at this point in time, money is not backed by anything. It's just literally printed paper that we give value to, or it's just numbers on a screen. That's literally what it is. But also that money is just an energy. And it's an energy that we use on earth to exchange value and services. And if we truly want to make an impact on earth and to create this new earth with sustainable communities where the food is organic, where we treat animals and nature with respect, when we treat each other with respect, when we have true healthcare and true medicine, and an education that is true, that is real, that actually educate us and not indoctrinate us, for us to create communities and spaces and sanctuaries for each other. We need money. Money is the energy that we use to build those things. And so if you do want to have a greater impact in the world and be in your full power and radiance, for you to open that retreat center, for you to buy your beautiful home and have your animals and your plants and your farm, for you to travel the world and do your grid work or meet different places and new people, for you to create these beautiful things for your community, it's important that more money comes to the hands of those of us who have pure hearts and pure intentions. And building our businesses and being of service to others is one of the greatest ways that money can come to us, and that we shift the money from the hands of those who are not using it with the greatest of intentions, and the money starts shifting to the hands of those who are here to create new earth, who are here to create sustainable, healing, beautiful services and infrastructures and ways of living for ourselves and for our communities. So I will touch upon the subject of money on other videos, and if you really want me to talk about it, let me know. I'm really passionate to talk about money as well, because this is how we change the world. We change the world through having more money and more resources on the hands of people who are here to make positive changes. And that is you, and that is me. So the more money you have, the more I know you will do good things in the world. And the more money I have, the more I know I will do good things in the world. So it's a beautiful way for us to exchange this energy of money by receiving help from others, by receiving mentorship and coaching and healing services and all of that from others, and also sharing our own. I'm really passionate to talk about this. This is so exciting. And woo, I think I've been talking for a while now. It's 17:11, which is my lucky favorite number. And I feel like I'm going to enjoy nature and the sun now and the ocean. It's so beautiful. Let me show you. So beautiful. And my loves, I will see you on the next one. And if you want to join the activation membership, send me a DM with the word activation and we will register you, and it's gonna be freaking life-changing. I know, because it has been for me and for so many people. And my love, if you want to have private coaching with me, then also send me a DM with the word coaching, and I'm literally all in for you. And I'm here for me, and I'm here for you, and I'm here for all of us. Let's ride these waves together, because it's time to upgrade on all levels. Sending you so much love with my doggy. Sending you so much love and blessings on this full moon. And if you're joining us on this full moon ceremony tonight, again at 9 p.m. Portugal time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and 1 p.m. PST. If you haven't registered yet, you can also send me a message. It's free and it's online, so you're most welcome to join and come activate with us. It's gonna be freaking epic. It's the first full moon of the year in Leo. It's a freaking vibe. We're gonna dance, we're gonna do guided meditations, we're gonna do somatic practice. It's gonna be freaking epic. And we're doing it together, because again, it's so much powerful when we do it together than when we just do meditations or activations by ourselves. So if you want to join the full moon ceremony tonight, also send me a DM with full moon ceremony, and I will send you the links for you to join. And me and Gaia are sending you so much love, and I will see you soon, my dear. Bless you.